Hi there! Today, a very important message. The person on your mind the most, your ex, whoever it is you're connected into, I've got a message to tell you they're at breaking point. Okay, absolute breaking point. So I'm going to go into that. I'm not sure why, what's going on, but I'm going to use my very blunt deck, what's the tea, and also my tarot cards as well. But yeah, they're at breaking point. So I'm going to dig that deck out and give these a shuffle. And just while I'm shuffling though, I hope you're well today. I hope you're okay. And yeah, you're okay, day or night. I'm not sure when you're going to be watching this. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for your likes and your comments and all your support. And if you are new here, just hit the notification bell, then you'll be able to see more content. And if you'd like a reading, a personal reading, click the title of this video, okay? The links are in the description box to the website, and all the readings are on there, okay? And also in there, check the free relationship report out as well. All right, breaking point. You know they're at breaking point though. What have they been doing? Right, we're going to really get the tea on this. So I'm not sure what's going to come out of this deck, okay? I'll just put that first. Right. A romantic love affair has gone wrong or is going wrong. It's not working. Okay, so it is third party. There is a third party that you know of, okay, that you feel or you are being shown that they're all happy campers. That's maybe just a UK saying. It means that, you know, everything's beautiful in the rose garden, but it's not. They're at breaking point with it. Why? Okay. It's toxic. It's toxic. Now, I feel that this doesn't surprise you, okay? I feel that your ex did this to you, okay? I feel that they were toxic with you. You know, hot and cold energy, playing games, you know, and then they get you hooked in. You know, that's how you end up in toxic relationships, and that's why people stay. That's why we stay, because it changes the brainwaves. You know, I think there's a word, isn't there? Stockholm syndrome, where, you know, you don't even leave it because they're nice, they're horrible, they're nice, they're horrible. You know, one day they could be screaming in your face, absolutely making you feel about this big, and then the next day it's like nothing's happened. Or a classic one is they tell you that either you're too sensitive, or they didn't mean it, or you've made it up. Yeah, that's a good one they use, you've made it up. Now that is, if you've been through that, I'm really sorry. You know, I do send you so much love, because they're at breaking point, okay, because they're in another toxic situation, but this time they've kind of met. The person they're with is as toxic as they are, okay? They're as toxic as they are. They didn't see this coming. I feel that your person thought that this romantic love match, or whatever they've gone into, that they were going to just be able to do what they've always done. I feel it's a lesson. It's karma. It's karma, okay? So the boot is on the other foot. Your person is getting a taste of their own medicine now. It's all going to end in tears. It's all going to end in tears once you're back. Yeah, they will want you back. They will want you back. They always do. You know, they can come back years later. Honestly, I've seen it. They can come back 4 years later, 5 years later, you know, they always crawl back out of the woodwork in some shape or form, okay? I think this person will be back sooner rather than later though, because they're finding it difficult to manage this other person they've got involved with. It's not going their way. Ah, right. I'm getting to say to you, because like I say, this is a real peak. I'm getting to tell you that within this relationship they've gone into this kind of toxic stuff, that your ex's scarcity tactics are not working. So your ex is somebody who likes to play mind games. You know, like a game of chess, okay? And it is really, like I say, I'd send you the biggest, if I could get hold of you now, I'd literally give you the biggest hug and say, you're going to get there. You know, you don't ever think for 1 minute this was you, okay? With a chess game, so you could never quite relax with this person because you never knew what their next move was going to be. And this is how they like it. This is how they keep control. Okay, that's the classic screaming in your face, or you're frightened, or you know you're crying, and then they usually leave you to cry as well, alone, and then the next day they're back as if nothing happened. All right, that is their modus operandi. I just heard those words. They're very good at it. It's how they've always been, you know. I would hazard a strong intuitive feeling that they've done this before they met you. Okay, that they've done this before they met you. But this time, I'm going to have a look at this karmic that they're with. You know, karmic is it. They're just getting their own medicine. Okay, I'm going to have a look to see what their energy's like, because they're definitely as dark as your ex. Okay, so going back to the chess analogy, there's a stalemate and no one's budging, and your ex is at breaking point and wants you back because they're not getting their ego massaged or any of that. Okay, somebody is, it's like they've met their double. All right, it's like they've met their double. Also, bottom of the deck, the unknown, what you don't know is broke. Okay, and they run out of money. You know, sometimes for toxic people, they're always the first to want to move very quickly. Did they move quickly with your relationship? Did they have nowhere to live, or did you move in very quickly together? That's quite often a key move they make on their game of chess. Okay, so let's have a look and see what's going on with, who's this other person? Who's this other person? Right, gosh. The other person has threatened to move on and walk out on them. Okay, I just see two people and nobody's backing down. So the other person has threatened or is saying, you know what, I'm just going to move on, or even said that you have to leave. Okay, Judgment. I just saw the Judgment card. There is a massive, massive imbalance in this connection. Okay. Your ex, I'll just nail it a bit more if you're still watching, because this will really clarify it. Your ex is somebody who likes to maintain control, possibly control of the money, but if not that, on a general level, they like to be the one that calls the shots. They make a very big deal about whenever they do anything for you or give you anything, which normal people would just do as a matter of course. Okay, so they do a little job for you, or they buy you a chocolate bar or something, and you know, everybody has to hear about it. You're told about 59,000 times just how wonderful they are, whereas, you know, your friends or normal people would just do that anyway. Okay, so now within this relationship that they're in, there is a massive power struggle. Okay, there are problems with money. Either one person's got more than the other, possibly, okay, but there is a power struggle because they are the same. They are the same. But you knew that your person would meet their match one day. Okay. Let's see what they want from you though, because they want to come back in. I don't trust them. I'm sorry, I don't trust this person. No, they're coming back as, you know, they're coming back as the Page of Wands. So they're coming back in saying, yeah, you know, I want a message, I'm enthusiastic, good news, blah, blah. But it did come out in the reverse. So it is someone, you know, the Page of Wands in reverse can be someone who just breaks your heart. That they come in, right, with all this passion, energy, enthusiasm, like, and they can bring a lot of fun. You know, it's usually the love bombing. You think it's like all your prayers have been answered, okay? But then the relationship, you're the only one pushing for it. There's struggles, it's an uphill battle. You end up with everybody else's burdens you did and all their unfinished projects, whatever they are, okay? They never ever crossed the finishing line. Hence, that's why I was hearing the bar of chocolate. You know, they probably promised you Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, okay? They probably said, okay, I'll give you the whole factory, but you actually ended up with a bar of chocolate, okay? I feel that they will just come back in, right, because what they really want is the Six of Wands, bottom of the deck, here in front of me. Now, the Six of Wands in a love reading, in this energy, is they want success, they want victory, they want to win, they want to be back on that horse again. If you have a look at the Six of Wands, and they want your support and your adoration, and they see you as somebody who will make them look good. Okay, that, you know, they like to be in the spotlight, they like to be the one that's adored. It's a selfish energy. It's just a selfish energy, okay? They like to have the advantage. So they will come in with, you know, the positive, energetic energy. This kind of, it'll be an impulsive, they're going to message you, all right? It will be impulsive, it will be out of the blue, and it will be a very cheerful message you'll get. A cheerful message, but it won't be honest. It won't be honest. Real reason, top of the deck, let's get brutal. Oh, the real reason, the Tower. There's the Tower. Because their life's falling apart, okay? They've got a clash of egos where they are. The whole thing's going to go up. The Tower confirms everything we've just been talking about. It's going to go up, come down, fall down. It was never built on anything stable because both parties, your ex and this other person, are both extremely egotistical and selfish. And neither one of them is backing down. Going back to what I felt earlier, that there are threats of, well, I'm going to leave you, I'm going to leave you. And, you know, there's going to be some revelation. I mean, this card, you know, the Tower can mean abuse as well, okay? But it's all coming down, and they will make some form of contact with you. Like I said, cheerful message, nice message. How you doing? Can we get together? I've really missed you. I'm hearing I really want you. Gosh, I miss your energy. And then I'm hearing they'll start feeding in problems that they've had in this relationship. But you know what? I'm just hearing you saying no. 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 There is nothing you ever did or could have done that would ever change this person. Okay? There are relationships that you can reconcile, and there are relationships that, if there is reflection, and the stories have to change, but sometimes, and this is just my take on it, you should always make your own mind up. Don't, always go with what you feel. But for me personally, just after, now being nearly ancient, some relationships with some people, although you can change the story, they take such a lot of energy, because some relationships, especially ones like these, can leave you with traumatic stress disorders, massive anxiety, agoraphobia, trust issues. Okay? And you can heal, and you will heal, and you are healing. But depending on the situation, it can be very difficult to not be triggered again. And I feel for you that this is over. Okay, I feel for you it's over. Personally, it's just a messy energy. Just a messy energy, You're far too strong for this person now. And if you're still healing, and this is your message, I promise you, on my heart, okay, that you will get to a point where you will look at this person and you will realise it's done. You won't really feel a lot of anything. You won't feel anger, you won't feel resentment, you won't feel anything. And you'll use all of that to almost springboard yourself to something else. It is awful. These types of relationships are awful. And the thing is, people don't always understand unless you've been in a relationship like this. People don't always get it because they haven't experienced it, and they think, well, you've been broken up 6-12 months, what are you still going on about? It doesn't work like that because of the addictive nature of toxic relationships and all the hormones, your dopamine, your oxytocin, your serotonin, it all gets flicking, Stockholmed, as they say, and it takes time, and it takes time for your nervous system to feel safe. Okay, but you will. So yeah, they're breaking. They're repeating the same pattern, but this time they've met their match. Okay, this time they have met their match. So quick message, 3 of thought, very quick message. Loving angels surround you to heal and comfort you. Gosh. The sadness you feel will fade away in time, and then you'll be able to see clearly how important this situation has been for your spiritual growth. Take the time you need to forgive yourself. Yeah. I'll leave that with you. Forgive yourself. There's nothing you did or couldn't have done. You were more than enough, okay? More than enough. And you always have been and always will be. You are perfect. Just the way you are, okay? Just the way you are. Be yourself. Always be yourself. And remember, self-love, okay? If I could advise you anything, self-love every single day, all right? I love you very much. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.